Okay, so we are still under week one, looking at arrays and for loops and its application in social network analysis. Okay, so just a quick recap of what we did. So we are still talking about arrays and for loops in C++, then application in social network analysis. So we discussed about number of lines and how we can display them in social network analysis using C++. Then we discussed about Nodal Degrees and how we can answer this question using C++. So today we are going to go on question 3. So we'll be talking about arrays and for loops, adjacent matrix. So write a C++ program that will display the adjacent social matrix given below. So what's the importance of adjacent matrix first of all? So it shows how nodes are connected in a network. Okay, and it's another importance in social network analysis whereby it provides us with mathematics and quantitative measures for which can be used in social network analysis. So for example, how this social adjacent matrix was all about. If you refer to the first question, where we had this diagram, so we can see that N1 is connected to N6 and N5. Okay, so N1 is connected to N6 and N5. So this is node N1. So this is node N1, this whole line. So it's connected to node N5 and N6 because when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's connected to node N5 and N6. Then this one is representing the connectivity of nodes. Then these zeros are representing that no tie is existing or no link or relation is existing. So this is how they come up with this adjacent matrix. So go into details when we now start looking at this in detail under social network analysis. When it becomes more like a topic, I'll make tutorials for that. So for this one, we are concentrating on C++, but at least we have an idea now. So number one, create a folder. So CNU, then folder. So today I'll just say adjacent matrix. Okay, so that's the folder I'll be working with today. So open up Microsoft Visual Studio Code. So if you're using code blocks, you can just follow up. So open folder, then we add the desktop. This is the folder we are working with. Okay, then here you need to say yes and trust the authors. Then we create a new file. So we are going to call it since we're talking about adjacent matrix, let me just say adjacent matrix .cpp for C++ extension. So we can start writing our program. Then remember, we say each and every program should start with hashtag include IO stream. So why hashtag include IO stream? It's because we want to include the library which accepts both input and output. Input for C in, output for C out. Okay. So again, we need to use the namespace standard because it has C in, C out, end line, and so on, which allows us to use in this programming language. So each and every program should have a function, a main function. So this is the syntax of the main function. So I'm starting to become more faster because now I've talked about this many times. So we are returning 0 because it's also an integer based on the type. So today we'll be talking about adjacent matrices. So since we are under arrays and for loops, we are going first to start with an array. So array storing the adjacent matrix. Okay. So remember, an array should have a type. So since this matrix is consisting of numbers, so it will be an integer. So we say int for integer, then we give it a name. So a name for this one we say adjacent matrix to make it unique, but you can call it anything. Then remember we need to have elements. So we talked about this in video part 1.1 when we were talking about for loops. We did a lot of some examples of matrices. So since you're talking about elements, you need to know the format of this matrix. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6 by 6 matrix. So that's the element. So I'm going to say 6 rows, 6 columns. Okay, so this is a 6 by 6 matrix. So those are the elements. So it can accept up to 36 input, or not 36 by the way, or if we multiply here it's 36. Let me just confirm. So starting counting from here up to here it's 6. So it's 36. 6 by 6, 36. So we have 36 elements. So in this case we're going to say equal to, you know the syntax of an array. Now we're going to do this. Okay, so to make it look unique, I'm going to do like this. Remember, at the end of an array we put this, then here in between we'll be putting the elements we have. So for example, in the first part here we have 4 zeros and then 2 ones. So we're going to say 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, then comma. So that we are done, we come to the next line. So next line we have 2 zeros, 1, 1, then 3 zeros. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, comma. Then we come to the third row whereby we have a 1 here and then the rest are zeros. Okay, so say 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, then comma. We come to the fourth row. So fourth row has all zeros but 2 ones at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, comma. Then fifth row, so we have 1 here, 1 there, 1 at the end. Okay, so 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Yeah. The last 3 we have a 1 here, 2 ones there. Okay. So we are going to say 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. So we don't put a comma there because we are done. So this array, if we count these elements, they are 36, 6 by 6. So this array is storing this matrix and it will help us to display display that matrix, because the question is saying write a C++ program that will display the social matrix below. So remember, talking about arrays and for loops. So we've used an array, now we just need to use a for loop. So give a single line comment, say for loop. So say for loop displaying the adjacent matrix shown above. Okay, so we say for. Now remember, for a matrix we have two variables, which is I and j, or anything you want to represent rows and columns. So say int I is equal to 0, or if you say equal to 1, it's up to you. So if I start at 0, remember these rows, so I is represented by this number here. So if I say we are starting at 0, I can end up to 5, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 6 elements. So if I say int I is equal to 0, I'm representing the rows. So again, I'll say I is less than or equal to 5. Okay, then I should increment I plus plus, because the rows can start from row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I mean is that if this is a row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so those are the rows we have if I start at 0. So again, I'll put an inner for loop, whereby we have the columns int j is equal to 0 again, then j should be less than or equal to 5, and then these columns should increment. Okay, so the meaning there is that these are the columns like that. So this is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. So we are incrementing. So that's the meaning there. So since we want to display, we'll say cout, then we'll call out this matrix. This matrix is written as adjacent matrix. Now, these first elements are represented by I because they are rows. Then the second elements are represented by j because they are columns. Then want to make sure that there are spaces in between of our matrix. So I will use these spaces. Then we're going to end the line here. Say cout end line. So our program is done. Okay. So for this one, it looks more simple because we did a lot of examples doing for loops in video 1.1. So Control S to save your program, and then go on terminal, new terminal, then make sure you add the right directory. So this is the right one for me. G++, the name of our program, which is adjacent. So adjacent matrix.cpp. Output file, I want to call it adjacent matrix. So here we are using both arrays and for loops. So I want to specify that. Then enter. So the file has been created, which is executable. So once I execute that, as you can see, this matrix has been printed out. So the first part of this video, we are done. Okay. So now the second part is that, remember when during for loops in video part 1.1, we also took advantage of just using for loops, whereby the user was entering these values, not us storing them into a matrix. So since we needed the matrix to be displayed, for loops we said we need two things. One, to capture this matrix, then 2 to display this matrix. So I'm going to leave this code and I'm going to edit this code above. So let me clear this. Okay, then I'll copy this. Oh, let me just do this. I won't get rid of anything. Anyway, let me just do what I was supposed to do. So I'll copy this, then I'll paste it here. So I'll say, remember we had int and adjacent matrix, then it had 6 by 6. So here I won't use an array, it's just a variable. So I'll say variable storing the 6 by 6 matrix. So this is the variable. So we want the for loop to capture the adjacent matrix entered by the user. Okay, then now we are going to give a statement here. We are going to give a statement here saying enter number in. So enter number in. So remember we said I comma j. So I'll say I, okay, to specify the position I, then we say comma j. So we are referring to video part 1.1, and I'm going faster because we did this. So enter number in I comma j, so that's the position. Then after you do that, we are going to link by saying cin to accept the input entered by the user for that particular adjacent matrix with the given rows and columns. Okay, then after we do that, we are going now to display this word social matrix using this code. So once we are done, we are going to say Ctrl S, then come back to our terminal, we clear the screen, then we say G++, the name of our source code, which is adjacent matrix.cpp. Then the output file for this one, I'm just going to say adjacent matrix. So since we just used for loops, I'll just say for loops. Okay, then we say enter. So we're going to run that file we've created, which is adjacent matrix, and then just for loops into .exe. So it's saying enter number in 0, 0. So for this one, let me do this. Okay. Enter number in 0, 0. So we are following this order. So we start with a 0. Okay, so following by 0, another 0, another 0, 1, and then 1. So we are done with entering this row. No wonder the line has skipped. So now we have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, we are done with the second row. Come to this row. We have a 0, a 1, a 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, we come to the third row where we have a 0, a 1, a 0, a 0, a 0, and a 0. Come to this fourth row where we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Fifth row where we have a 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1. How come? Diving into the rest row, how many rows do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so this is just okay. It's just to an entering. I didn't realize that I'm on the last one. So here I was supposed to enter this value. Yeah, but so that's the meaning. So that's the meaning for whatever we did. So this is just going to be a short video. No need for me to explain further. I took my time in video part 1.1 for 4 loops. So you can watch that video if you haven't understood what we were talking about here. But basically, that's it. So thanks for watching. Um, Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you also subscribe to my personal channel, which is linked below under this channel. So my name is Soko James, representing KMU Cyber Security Tutorials. So the codes have been provided for you for arrays and for loops. Then yeah, that's it.